Hi everyone, it's Jimmy at SurvAid, and in this video we'll have a quick overview of the PGM Manager mobile app. Okay, so this is how the PGM Manager app will look if you download it from the App Store or Play Store and install it on your device. I'm using a physical Android device here that's mirrored onto my screen, but it works equally well on iOS, on phones and on tablets. So let's get started. Like it says on the screen, when you are out on site and you want to record some information about a ground marker, you tap on the plus button at the top right. And then we come to a form that's got some fields in that will cover off hopefully everything that you need to record about the particular nail that you're putting in. So we start off with fields around the job at the top, so the date, who it's installed by. At some point you'll need to log in to this app with the credentials that you set up on the web, but once you've done that you can tap on this user button and it will put the name of that surveyor into there. Everything has to have a job number in SurvAid before it can be exported, but apart from that, that's everything. Suffix, you can add something individual to this particular PGM after the job number if you like, and it'll show up on the web. It's easy to track things down that way. We've got a field for the project, customer reference, PGM ID, the type, the status, job description, location name and description, so that's usually like a site. We can get the device's location. It's not very accurate at the moment because I am indoors while I film this, but as you can see down underneath, it will also, from the lat lons that it gets from the phone, create a grid reference as well. So as we get more into the coordinates, these tend to be filled in afterwards on the web rather than on the app, but if you want, if you know the grid and the datum and even the eastings and northings, if you've got them from a total station, you can get them out and put them in the app here. There's a map, so if we again zoom to the current location, then it will go to I'm sat in my office doing this, so it's gone there at the moment, but it will zoom into wherever you happen to be, as long as you can get a GPS signal. And you can zoom in and pan around on this map, and the idea is that you position where that nail is behind the red triangle in the middle, and you can have it, be zoomed in or out as much as you want. That's up to you how you want to do it. You can take photographs. You have to give the app permission. I'll just take a photograph of my keyboard here. You get the idea. And then there is a witness diagram button. I'll do a separate video about that because it's a bit of an in-depth component, but basically you take a photograph and overlay arrows and labels over the top to show the distance from the nail to various landmarks all around it. As we work our way down, there are specific fields that different companies require when you create witness diagrams for them. So there's specific ones for the Environment Agency, there's specific ones for Network Rail, ELRs, miles, that sort of thing, HS2 as well. And then you can just take some additional notes for the particular PGM, and these will come out when you go into the web as well. Once we're done, we go back, and then the initial screen where we were has gone from the arrow pointing to the plus button to a list, and so now we've got our PGM in there that we just created. If I tap on the plus button again, it gives me a choice now. I can either start again from scratch or I can copy the last one I did. So all the things that we put in there, such as the date, the surveyor, the job number, the project and customer reference and things like that, will get copied across as well. So it saves you having to enter all those every time you create a new PGM in there. And then if we come out again, when we've got more than one in the list, when we go to plus, we can either make one from scratch, copy the last one created, or we can pick any one previously out of the list and make a copy of that one. So that's how that works. And so you just go through while you're out on site, creating the list of all the PGMs that you install. Once you're ready to export them to the SurvAid cloud platform, you tap on the export button at the top right, and you've got a choice. You can either choose which ones that you want to select individually, or you can choose all a draft, which I'll do here, and it just checks that you're sure. And then all the information that's been captured, all photographs, diagrams, text and everything gets uploaded to the cloud, and the list turns green when it's gone, so you can see that it's been exported. You can re-export if there's been something on site that is being missed. You can make some changes, and then either from in this individual one you can export it, or back from the list again. It'll give you a warning just to say this has already been exported. Anything that you do now is going to overwrite what's already in the database, so just be aware of that. We'll OK it and it works fine. And then that's it. There should be, everything's in the web, we can go and check on it, and once you're happy that everything's complete and how you want it, and you don't need it on the device anymore, you can either delete individual items by swiping right, and then it comes up with a little delete button there, or next to the export button at the top there's a delete button there, and you can select which ones you want to do. Let's do the selection this time, and then you press delete again. OK the confirmation, and you go back to the beginning, and the only thing left to show you I think is the little person icon in the top left hand corner. That just shows you your profile, who's logged in, which company, which version number you are. If you need to log out for any reason, you can tap the button at the top right hand corner. That'll log us out, and then if we go in there again, you'll come to a login screen. So it will ask you to log in before you export, or before you go to use that button to populate the surveyor details and things. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like I said, there's another video for the witness diagram component, which I will put a link to that in the description below. Any questions, give us a shout. There's lots more help articles in our help centre, more videos on the YouTube channel, and happy surveying.